Soul Garden. Live, love, be.
Hello Virgo, and welcome now to Wednesday. Well, in the last 24 hours it looked like we had some sort of test that hit Virgos right in the house of thinking, which means your thinking processes were tested. On top of that, the moon is actually in your sign, so your emotions and ego were fused as one. Now normally that's a grounding thing, but it didn't bring emotional charge to your thoughts. The moon continues in Virgo today, but with a lot less disruption. The sun is kind of staying status quo. Jupiter is not going to stretch us today, that's a good thing, and Venus is not pushing for you to be creative. Mars, however, is pushing for some new thoughts on how to execute the new thinking process. So you're going to plan on thinking today, or how you want to think, or not think, I should say. And how do you plan on thinking? Well, you really need to do an examination of your thoughts and the way you think, and look at the test that's happened in the last 24 hours. How did you mentally react to that test? Today is a day of really coming up with new reaction scenarios that are kind of ready to fire when you have another stimulus that triggers your thinking attack. And I think if you plan and come up with scenarios, that'll be complicated in Virgo enough to satisfy your mind's need for complexity and also a creative solution for moving you forward. So think about how you plan to think when something happens. I know that sounds crazy, but your mind is your trap. Now Mercury is still retrograde right now, so don't expect to be super brilliant at the moment unless you were born Mercury retrograde. The other thing I want to point out too is as you make all these changes in your thinking, you're going to find that your relationships with others, especially your long-term ones, actually end up changing and for the better. So that's a good thing. You're also going to find that as you change your thinking processes, more information from your childhood and what set you on the wrong course in the first place will bubble up, and you will take better control over those things as well. So it's a good time really for Virgos. The universe is working on you in many places, but just remember the epicenter of all of your karma right now, no matter where it's bubbling up, relationships, career, whatever, the epicenter really is the way you think and the way your mind reacts to situations. So focus on that, Virgo, and I'll talk to you tomorrow when the moon moves into Libra and the emotions change to self-esteem. All right, that's all I have for today. I'll be back tomorrow with more soul horoscopes. Live, love, be.
Soul